Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. Let me check who's in the. Okay. The rector of the Economy and Pedagogy, University, Uzbekistan. Thank you. How are you? Hey, nice. Yeah, hello. Yeah. My name is Yoga. I'll be the master of, sorry, I'll be, which is to come here, but here. Yeah. Okay. I need to see you. Hello, how are you? Professor?
How are you?
Yeah, see, as you see that we are going to start, but we are still waiting for the guests coming. There are about 10 or 11 universities, and there will be 5 universities abroad. They are, I don't remember well, RV University, RV University, EALM Kolkata, India, and Tashkent University. And then we have Economy and Pedagogy University, and we have also Kimyo from Uzbekistan. Thank you so much for today. Let me say hello to the rector, Mr. Professor Zan Polat.
Good morning. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. I'm so sorry I am not facing the camera because I need to read
It's okay.
the name. Okay. Thank you for being here. It is an honor for us.
Yes, thank you very much for inviting us as well.
Yeah. Do you bring, Yeah, please. Would you like to say something?
No.
Okay. Nice meeting you too. While we are waiting for all the guests coming here, I just want to say hello and welcome to the meeting.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. And I would like to say hello to Professor Kamilidin. Professor Kamilidin. Hello, Professor Kamilidin. Hello. Hello. Mr. Kamilidin. I think the Professor Kamilidin is still should be away. And may I know, Miss Dr. Zarbabek Rahmatilla? Yeah, could you say hello to us and your university, please?
Good morning.
Colleagues. Your university?
Yeah, I am head of the International Cooperation Department from Kimyo International University in Tashkent.
Tashkent.
Yeah, Kimyo International University in Tashkent.
Oh, Kimyo International University. Thank you so much. It's an honor for me to meet you here. Thank you.
A pleasure.
And I would like to say hello to who else? I think did I miss someone here? I mean the representative from Uzbekistan that I have not mentioned yet. Okay, so I think everybody is here. Miss Umida, Professor Umida, do you think that she will join us today? Professor Umida from Uzbekistan.
Good morning, Dr. Yoga.
Hi. Nice meeting you. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
So, could you introduce them to us, Professor?
Let me introduce our Vice Prorector, Bahadur Khatamchi Turayev.
Nice meeting you, Professor Bahadur. I've been looking for you. Which one? Okay. Nice meeting you. Okay, nice meeting you. And then another one, Professor Umida. Yes, please introduce.
Yes.
Another person, yeah, please.
I'm helping Mr. Turayev. My name is Kamil. I work for Mr. Turayev, and we deal with the international cooperation and partners.
Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor for us.
Thank you very much.
We have kamera ke sana dong. Sana. Udah kelihatan? Bisa, Pak Priyo. Aku mau perkenalkan satu-satu, Pak Priyo. Before we start. Sudah, Pak Priyo? Okay. Okay, we have ladies and gentlemen, we have the representative from Indonesian University. Would you like to introduce yourself, Pak?
Okay, I'm Professor Darsono. I come from Universitas Muria Kudus, Indonesia.
It's an honor. Pak Hilal? Okay. Thank you. And would you like? It's okay.
I'm Safiul Muzir. I am from Universitas Muria Kudus too, with my professor.
Hello, I am Alif Chaturmurthy from Universitas Muria Kudus.
Thank you. My name Mohlisin from State Islamic University, KHC Abdurrahman Pekalongan. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you. Hello, Pak.
Hello, my name Novian Sarisal from ITB Widyagama Lumajang.
Saya Ratna Wijayanti Daniar Paramita dari Institut Teknologi dan Bisnis Widyagama Lumajang, Jawa Timur.
Thank you, Ibu Ratna. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. My name Agus Wibowo from US Tegal.
My name Unggul Sugiarto from Social and Political Faculty, University of Pancasakti, Tegal.
My name Professor Dr. Siti Hartina DS, FM from University Pancasakti, Tegal. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. I'm Purwo Susongko from Universitas Pancasakti Tegal. Thank you. Hello, Miss.
Thank you, Professor. And we have from Universitas.
Hello, my name is Nur Hidayat. I'm from Universitas PGRI Semarang, Central Java, Indonesia. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hidayat Nur Wahid. So we have, really sorry. Monggo.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Hilal from Universitas Muria Kudus.
Hi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, we are waiting for our rector from Universitas Pancasakti Tegal. I would like to, could you please show us the rector files, short profile of the rector? So, bebas siapa aja boleh. Mulai dari itu. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you while we are waiting for our rector, Dr. Taufikullah from Universitas Pancasakti Tegal. I would like to introduce you to a short profile of Professor Otabek Bozorov, Director of Economic and Pedagogy University, Pakistan. Working experience, Tashkent Textile and Light Industry Institute, Bachelor in Chemical Technology. And 1993 and 1996, Tashkent Institute of Chemical Technology graduate student. 1996 to 1998, Tashkent Institute of Chemical Technology Deputy Head of Finance and Planning Department. 1998 2003, Tashkent Institute of Chemical Technology Deputy Head of the Marketing Department. And 24 and 26, Tashkent Institute of Chemical Technology, Electrochemical Cycle Engineer. And 26 to 29, Tashkent State Technical University, Employee of the Educational and Methodological Department. 29-2012, Tashkent State University, Head of Department of General Chemistry. 2012 to 2015, Tashkent State Technical University, Head of the Oil and Gas Processing Technology Department. 2015, Karsi Engineering Economics Institute, Dean of the Faculty of Industrial Technology. 2015 to 2022, Karsi Engineering Economics Institute, Vice Rector for Academic Affairs. And 2022, the President, University of Economic and Pedagogy, Uzbekistan as Director. I would like to introduce you to the next rector. Yeah, this is the rector of the Tashkent State University. Yeah. While we are waiting for everyone is here, let me introduce all the Uzbekistan rectors. Okay. Okay. By the decree of Zavkat, I'm so sorry for my pronunciations, Mirziyoyev, Professor Odil Kalandorafik Abdurrahmanov was appointed to the post of Presidential Advisor on Youth, Science, Education, Healthcare, Culture, and Sports. At the same time, Professor Abdurrahmanov has been working at the Tashkent State Transport University since June 2020. Since April 2019, he has been Deputy Presidential Advisor on the Development of Science, Education, Health, and Sports. Professor Odil Abdurrahmanov was born in 1978. Previously, he worked as a chief consultant in the administrations of the head of state. He also headed the Republican Scientific Center for Employment, Labor Protections and Social Protections of the Populations from July 31st, 2021. He held the position of the first Deputy Minister of Higher and Secondary Specialized Educations. So that's Professor Abdurrahmanov. And then here is another one. Professor Zanpolat Kuday Berginov. I do my apology if I mispronounce the name, but I'm trying my best. Well, education's 23 to 26, PhD candidate of science in finance, money, circulations, and credit finance, Department of Tashkent's Financial Institute, Uzbekistan. PhD candidate of science, degree was officially confirmed by Supreme Attestations Committee at the Cabinet Ministers of Uzbekistan Republic. 2000 to 2001, and Master of Science in Public Economic Management and Finance, School of Public Policy, the University of Birmingham, United Kingdom. And then bachelor's degree with honor in Finance and Credit Economics Department, Karakalpak State University, Nukus, Uzbekistan. And then high school certificate, secondary and high schools, number 9, Nukus, Uzbekistan. Working experience. Down, okay, thank you. Okay. working experience. Rector of Kimyo International University in Tashkent, supports academic planning, academic program review, and curriculum development. Coordinates with the accreditations license officer to state inspections for education quality assurance at the cabinet ministers of Uzbekistan, the commissions that accredits the university, supervises the vice rectors, deans, and the director of library, evaluating and approving their recommendations for faculty hiring, promotions, and tenure, supervises budget preparations for the academic and academic related programs, allocating and reallocating funds and resources to and from these programs, provides leaderships in creating and maintaining academic standards and policy. The last one is 2017 to 2018, head of main department of the state inspections for education's quality assurance at the cabinet minister of Uzbekistan, taking strategic responsibility for the management of academic quality and standards, taking strategic responsibility for the promotions of quality investment. Okay, it's okay. It's that's the short profile of Professor Zanpolat from Uzbekistan. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to start our meeting today because our rector is here. Our rector is here. Let me introduce to our rector. Yeah, Dr. Taufikullah is the rector of Universitas Pancasakti Tegal, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Taufikullah, please do just introducing before we start.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I remember some of the profile presented just now by Ibu Yoga, that I met some in Karapuk last times. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good morning for Uzbekistan and good afternoon here. It's nice meeting you all, even we're meeting in virtual. Then I think we would like to introduce all, but let them introduce one by one, starting from me, Director of Universitas Pancasakti Tegal. For the time being, we're meeting in virtual, but I hope in the future that we can meet offline. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Professor Dr. Ahmad Fatoni Rodi, as the President of Association Lecturer Republic of Indonesia, and nice to meet you. And this is the Central Java activity of ADRI. We'll make a collaboration for the research, for the journal, for the etc. etc. Thank you. The last one, Prof. Banu.
Good morning to all the friends and colleagues in Uzbekistan, and good afternoon to everyone who are present here. Welcome you all to this workshop on international collaborations and research. I'm very glad. I'm Banu Prakash. I'm working as a director of Center for Victimological Research and Victim Assistance, and I'm also an assistant professor teaching psychology and victimology at RV University in Bangalore. I'm very glad to be part of this workshop today, and thank you so much. I look forward to meeting you all sooner. Thank you.
Okay. One more person I forgot, because Professor Banerjee is not here.
Very good afternoon to all. This is Dr. Shonchita Shom. I'm from EIILM. I'm the principal and coordinator of Global Outreach Team. Hope this program will be very successful. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to start our meeting today. by saying Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We would like to open our ceremony today, MoU signing ceremony today, by singing our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please praise. Thank you. National anthem of India.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Ladies and gentlemen, national anthem of Uzbekistan. Mars Pancasakti. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you. Well, we would like to start our main agenda for MoU signing and workshop on international research collaborations, we can say like that. It is an honor for me as the Master of Ceremony and also moderator here at once to invite the Honorable Dr. Ahmad Fatoni Rodli, the President of ADRI Indonesia, to deliver a short remark. Dr. Fatoni Rodli, please do. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable the President of University from Uzbekistan, from IALM, Kolkata, India, from Indonesia, the rector and the representative rectors from Jawa Tengah, Jawa Timur, and then from Jawa Barat, and the Honorable Professor, Candidate Professor Taufikullah, the Director of Universitas Pancasakti Tegal, and Professor Dr. Banu from RV University India, and Professor Dr. Banerjee and Professor Dr. Sansita from India too. It is a pleasure for me, and then the committee from UPS Tegal. I'm very glad because in this situation we can collaboration each other, and you know, in our regulation in Indonesia, there is a lot of regulation with the not popular regulation for us, especially for the how the fee of functional of guru besar, functional of the lektor kepala, etc. They have to the condition. Everybody, every lecturer have to a journal, have to article, and then they want article in international. So I am very glad to come here. In order, we have 26 international A3 international journal series. So I do hope all of us, the participant in here, can collaboration. And I invite you at Thursday, at 13 March 2023. I do all us join with our meeting, the Central ADRI meeting, especially for the management of ADRI International Journal Series. And then the second, I invite you, we will collaboration with the others university in our international conference 29 in a new capital of Indonesia, new capital of Nusantara in Samarinda. There is available of the ceremonial and tour to the Indonesia Ibu Kota Nusantara, ya. Ibu Kota Nusantara. It is a new national or new capital of Republic Indonesia in Kalimantan, in Borneo, East Borneo. Ladies and gentlemen, as collaborate, I think all of us already each other in ADRI already collaboration, MoU, and although MOA. But now we know the collaboration MOA, and MoU, it is not useful for the accreditation if it is not implemented directly. So I do hope all of our ceremonial MoU, MOA, we can directly continue with the collaboration. There is the simple like to the we make international journal collaboration, we make research collaboration, we make the visiting professor. Maybe in my campus in Universitas Ma'arif Simlatis, available up to postgraduates, and I invite you from the Uzbekistan, in Uzbekistan and from India will join, teach to my campus with online, and I will teach to your campus with online. It is a simple, concrete implementation of our MoU. And the last, I do hope each other for us will join in research collaboration, because available of grant with PIMA, our regulation, a new regulation, every grant, it is depend on SINTA, depend on PIMA. So all of us, there is a new application. We will join each other with a Zoom to become how to do a skill to submit in SINTA. SINTA is a scientific index technology accreditation in Indonesia for our journal, and PIMA is the new application for the how to position our position in PIMA. It is a cluster Matia, cluster Unggul, and congratulations for UPS. All of the cluster, it is up, up become mandiri, and there is applause for UPS, because not every university up the cluster status, For example,
Utama, Prof.
Oh sorry, utama ya.
J.
Oh ya, utama. Insya Allah mandiri ya. Oke.
Amin.
Itu mandiri.
Tapi kita
Utama. Like me, in my campus, the first is Madhya, not up to Utama, but down to Pratama, because some problem about internal. Yeah, so it is important for us how do we make our status ranking in PIMA in order a lot of opportunity for the grant, a lot of grant for our government. Okay, thank you, and I do hope, I pray to God in order all of our ikhtiar of our activity in this time, and for the ADRI Jawa Tengah, Jawa Timur, Jawa Barat successful, although not only full successful, but also with certainly successful management. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for, give applause. Ladies and gentlemen, again, give applause. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Fatoni Radley, the President of ADRI Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to invite the Honorable Rector of Universitas Pancasakti Tegal. He is also the head of ADRI Central Java, Dr. Taufikullah. Dr. Taufikullah, please do.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim wa syukurillah wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah amma ba'du. Selamat siang. Good afternoon, Bali. Good morning, Uzbekistan. Namaste. First of all, I would like to thank God for leading us here in these outstanding occasions. Pertama-tama saya menyampaikan terima kasih, puji syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Siang ini kita diberi nikmat sehat untuk bersama-sama mengikuti acara MoU dan FGD International Research Collaboration. Bapak Ibu sekalian, I'm really sorry I'm speaking both since the participants are both Indonesian and also non-Indonesians, Indians, and also Uzbekistan. Let me firstly send my gratitude and appreciation to the rectors or the presidents of the universities from Uzbekistan, from India, and also from Indonesia. And my special thanks goes to the president of Indonesians expert, Indonesian Lecturers and Expert Association, Dr. Fatoni Radley. Thanks for being here. And also Professor Bahadir Turaif, the Vice Rector of International Cooperation, Tashkent State Transport University, Uzbekistan. Assistant Professor Otapek Bosorov Nazvandovic, University of Economics and Pedagogy, Uzbekistan. Professor Jan Polat Gudaibergenov, Kimyo International University in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. And Professor R.P. Banerjee is still on the way, maybe in an hour or 2 hours ahead, he will be here. And then Dr. Banu Prakash, PhD from Afi University, Bangalore, India. And Dr. Sanchita Saha from EIILM, Kolkata, India. Thanks for being here. And then Dr. Priyanita Bose, also from EIILM, Kolkata, India. And my special thanks and also gratitude as well as appreciations go to the principals of the universities participating in this outstanding occasion. Terima kasih Profesor Dr. Darsono, Bapak Rektor Universitas Muria Kudus, Pak Wakil Rektor juga, dan jajaran. Terima kasih juga kepada Pak Nur Hidayat, Dr. Nur Hidayat, the Director of International Affairs Office of UPKRIS Semarang. Terima kasih, thanks. Apresiasi juga untuk Pak Dr. Asep, Dekan Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis UGJ beserta jajaran, ini lengkap 5 orang Pak ya dari UGJ, and also Bapak Wakil Rektor dari UIN Abdurrahman Wahid, UIN Gusdur, UIN Abdurrahman Wahid, Dr. Mukhlisin. Terima kasih Pak ya sudah bersama di sini. The Vice Rector of UIN Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan beserta tim ya Pak, atau sendiri Pak? Oh iya, tim is very busy. Oke, juga kepada the chairman of Director of ITB Widyagama Lumajang, Ibu Dr. Ratna, thank you very much for being here. And Pak Novi, Pak Wakil Rektor 1, terima kasih sudah bersedia hadir di sini. Juga Pak Rektor Universitas Bamada Slawi, Pak Dr. Maufur, beliau mantan Rektor UPS juga Pak. Ini saya penerusnya. Sekarang jadi Rektor Universitas Bamada Slawi. Dulunya Stikes ya Pak, sekarang Universitas Bamada Slawi. Kemudian terima kasih juga kepada Bapak Ibu pimpinan, Bapak Rektor dan Wakil Rektor atau yang mewakili dari Universitas Widya Dharma Klaten, Unwida Klaten, and also from Amayo Yogyakarta, and they are following, joining this event online in virtual. That's all. Welcome to Bali. Welcome to Bali. Offline and also online. Yeah, as I remember, around 2 months, a month or 2 months ago, I went to Karabuk and then I met some rectors from Uzbekistan. And anyway, thanks. Even now we are meeting online, but we can initiate the cooperation, international cooperation between Indonesian universities and also Uzbekistan universities. Also for AFI University, thank you very much, Dr. Banu Prakash, that we signed the MoU, and then today you're going to sign the MoU with the other universities in Indonesia, and then also from IIIM Kolkata, they are still on the way to be here. Yeah, maybe in the near time they will join us. The purpose of this MoU is to initiate the cooperation among Indonesian universities. Between the Indonesian universities and universities in India, Indonesian universities, and some universities in Uzbekistan. That is the purpose of the this event. Yeah, and then the second one, soon we finish the MoU, we will go with the FGD and also the workshop. The workshop on international research collaboration. As we know together that we will never let the MoU slip. So as soon as we have the MoU, we have a commitment to run the programs all together. So we directly hold the workshop, and then we will search for the opportunities to do research together, to do joint research. Yeah, and it is very, very possible to run this program, and also we can discuss more academic programs between Indonesian universities and also Indian universities and some universities in Uzbekistan. So we are potential to run the international program like student mobility, and then visiting lecturers or visiting professors, and then joint publication, joint research, and many others which aim at implementing the programs of our higher education curriculum. We call MBKM, Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. We call emancipated curriculum. So soon soon we finish the MoU, we will go with the programs. Bapak Ibu sekalian, saya berharap nanti setelah MoU kita pada hari ini langsung kita bisa eksekusi dengan program kerjasamanya. Mungkin nanti kita bisa bikin acara, seminar, conference bisa di Semarang, Pak Nur, bisa juga di UMK ya, Prof. Darsono, atau bisa juga di UGJ, bisa di UIN. Ya, Pekalongan siap ya, nanti kita undang. Ya, hari ini karena kemarin persiapan kita termasuk dadakan Bapak Ibu sekalian, jadi kurang dari 1 bulan kita bisa bikin event seperti ini. Jadi teman-teman dari Tashkent, dari Uzbekistan belum bisa bergabung secara offline, tapi mudah-mudahan ke depan insya Allah kita bikin acara lagi yang serupa. Saya kemarin sempat ngobrol-ngobrol. I talk about the next program with some staff from EIILM Kolkata that it is possible for us to host international conference in Kuala Lumpur. So we will invite many Indonesian universities and some of our partner universities from all around the world, from Asia, Europe, and also from United States. Rencananya memang we are raising the issue about Asian integration for education. I mean, this going to be the second series for, the joint collaboration between my university and some other universities and EIILM Kolkata. Once we join the international conference in Bangkok, and then we raise the issue of the Asian integration for education, that hopefully, we will hold the second one in Kuala Lumpur, that we will discuss this one later after the MoU. Mudah-mudahan Bapak Ibu sekalian kita bisa kolaborasi bareng-bareng bikin conference di Kuala Lumpur. Memang kami lagi mengusung isu tentang integrasi Asia untuk pendidikan. Jadi selama ini kan rata-rata diinisiasi oleh pemerintah ya, melalui MoU ya kan, kemudian melalui ASEAN juga dan lain-lain. Cuma kan kurang menyentuh kampus-kampus seperti kampus saya dan mungkin hanya beberapa kampus saja ya yang bisa mengikuti program-program Asian Integration untuk pendidikan yang diinisiasi oleh pemerintah kita melalui ASEAN ya, atau melalui Kemendikbud ya. Tapi kalau ini kita inisiatif mandiri, kita bisa mengadakan berbagai macam program kerjasama dengan luar negeri tanpa harus ada aturan-aturan yang panjang sekali ya. Kita bisa adakan secara mandiri. Mudah-mudahan this is a good starting point for us ya, to run further to implement more academic programs. Terima kasih sekali lagi. Thank you very much again for your availability to be here offline and also online. But here I'm coming with the full team. Kalau saya sendiri Bapak Ibu sekalian, ini sekalian saya kenalkan juga. Saya datang ke sini tuh full team Bapak Ibu. I'm director of the Universitas Pancasakti Tegal, the host of this event. Saya datang juga bersama Pak Wakil Rektor 1 saya, Pak Purwo. Can you please stand up? Profesor Dr. Purwo Susongko, the Vice Rector of Academic Affairs. Beliau baru dapat guru besar sekitar sebulan yang lalu, Pak. Jadi mengawali awal tahun UPS dapat gubes 1 lagi itu Profesor Dr. Purwo. Ini Pak Wakil Rektor 1 bidang akademik. And then hadir juga bersama kami ada 1 profesor lagi ini di depan, the Director of Postgraduate Program, Direktur Pasca Sarjana. Monggo Profesor Dr. Siti Hardina. Ya, thank you very much. Bapak Ibu, kami punya 3 magister Bapak Ibu, 3 program magister, pedagogi, kemudian manajemen dan ilmu hukum. Nanti mungkin kita bisa kolaborasi Prof dengan Prof Darsono ini dari UMK. Ya monggo kami tunggu Prof ke depan. Jadi ini kita payung saja MoU, nanti program-programnya kita serahkan ke para dekan dan direktur. Jadi monggo, apalagi untuk MBKM ini kan peluang kerjasama dan untuk program-programnya juga sangat terbuka sekali. Kemudian juga ya Pak Nur Hidayat juga seperti kemarin, I still remember that we had the visiting professor program. We invited some teaching staff from EIIM Kolkata, India, and then they moved to Upkris, they moved to Universitas Semarang, they moved to Bojonegoro. Mudah-mudahan hal seperti ini kalau internasionalisasi kita adakan secara berjamaah Bapak Ibu lebih murah. Ya, kalau ya saya memang mengusung internasionalisasi tapi secara berjamaah. Karena Pak, saya dulu, I still remember in 2016, I initiated international cooperation of my campus on my own. Itu lama sekali, Prof. Ya, lama sekali. Saya kirim surat, kirim proposal ke Thailand, itu long respon. Tapi begitu saya datang dengan sekian perguruan tinggi, responnya luar biasa. Begitu juga dengan program-programnya. Program-programnya juga, alhamdulillah, ketika we send students to a university in Thailand, the student are from some universities. Jadi tidak hanya dari kampus saya, tapi juga dari kampus-kampus lain. Mudah-mudahan kita bisa bareng-bareng Bapak Ibu ya. Kemudian saya kenalkan lagi Bapak Ibu sekalian, karena komitmen saya setelah MoU ini, saya ingin langsung dengan program. Saya juga bawa dekan-dekan Bapak Ibu sekalian. Kebetulan UPS, my university has 6 faculties. So the first is, saya perkenalkan dekannya, the Dean of Teacher Training and Education Faculty, Ibu Dr. Yoga. Beliau ini dekan FKIP, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Nanti mungkin di sini nanti Bu Yoga saya minta monggo biar kita bisa ngobrol-ngobrol setelah ini, bisa FGD kira-kira apa yang bisa kita lakukan bersama-sama. Kemudian datang bersama kami juga ada Pak Dr. Irwan Hamzani. Pak Dr. Irwan, the Dean of the Law Faculty. Dr. Irwan Hamzani, alhamdulillah sudah terakreditasi unggul S1 Ilmu Hukum kita. Kemudian berikutnya Ibu Dr. Din Noviani, SEMM AKT CA, the Dean of Faculty of Economic and Business. Kebetulan kami punya 4 program studi Bapak Ibu sekalian untuk FEB ini. Manajemen, akuntansi, S1 semua, kemudian D3 ada D3 pajak, satunya prodi baru yaitu bisnis digital. Dan alhamdulillah kemarin awal tahun bersamaan dengan Dr. Purwo, ya di anugerai profesor, kita juga memperoleh akreditasi unggul dari Lamemba untuk akuntansi. Alhamdulillah. Jadi memang kita mengawali awal tahun dengan banyak kabar baik Bapak Ibu sekalian. Alhamdulillah sekali. Kemudian berikutnya datang bersama saya juga di sini ada Dekan Fakultas Teknik. Monggo Pak Dr. Agus, the Dean, Pak Dr. Agus Wibowo, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science. Jadi Dekan Fakultas Teknik Ilmu Komputer, Bapak Ibu sekalian, kami punya prodi Teknik Mesin, kemudian Industrial Engineering, and then Engineering ya, Otomotif ya, and then Civil Engineering, Informatics. Kemudian kita punya satu lagi kemarin itu Sistem Informasi Bapak Ibu sekalian. Jadi kurang lebih sekitar 5 program studi untuk Fakultas Teknik dan Ilmu Komputer. Kemudian juga ada Pak Dr. Unggul. Silakan Pak Dr. Unggul. Monggo, ini Dekan Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Politik Bapak Ibu sekalian. Kita punya 2 program studi Ilmu Pemerintahan dan Sosial. Nanti monggo kira-kira dengan UMK, UGJ, UIN, kira-kira apa yang dengan UPRIS juga atau dengan ITB, kira-kira apa yang bisa dikerjakan bersama. Mungkin bisa publikasi atau mungkin yang lain. Dengan UMAHA juga ya Pak Ketum ya. Ini Pak Ketum sekarang beliau rektor 2 kali berturut-turut, sekarang jadi direktur pasca sarjana UMAHA ya Pak Ketum ya. Kemudian berikutnya satu lagi Pak Dr. Pak Nur Suhri, the candidate doktor kandidat dari Undip ini, kandidat doktor Fakultas Dekan, the Dean of Fishery ya and Marine Science ya, jadi Dekan Fakultas Perikanan dan Ilmu Kelautan. Alhamdulillah full team. Ini juga saya bawa kepala UPT-nya, jadi the Director of International Cooperation and International Affairs. Jadi kantor urusan kerjasama dan kantor kerjasama dan urusan internasional. Jadi itu Bapak Ibu sekalian, terima kasih sekali lagi. Thanks for your participation, your availability to be here. Hope that soon we can sign MoU as well, and then we can discuss directly the potential problem that potential program that we can probably do in the near time. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Thank you so much, Dr. Taufikullah, Director of Universitas Pancasakti Tegal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we further continue our agenda, we would like, as the host of the MoU signing and workshop today, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to RV University India, EIILM India, Eastern Institute for Integrated Learning and Management, Tashkent State Transport University, Uzbekistan, University Economy and Pedagogy, Uzbekistan, Kimyo International University, Uzbekistan, and Dus Indonesian University, ITB Wigalumajang, Universitas Bamada, Universitas IVET, Universitas Muria Kudus, Universitas Widya Dharma Klaten, Universitas Islam Negeri Gusdur, Academic Management Administrasi Yogyakarta, STIB Kumala Nusa, Universitas Ma'arif Hasim Latif, dan Universitas PGRI Semarang. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to invite Professor Bahadir Turaev, Vice Rector of International Cooperation, Tashkent State Transport University, Uzbekistan. Professor Bahadir Turaev, are you there? Hello. I would like to invite again Professor Bahadir Turaev, Vice Rector of International Corporations, Tashkent State Transport University, Uzbekistan, to deliver a remark. Professor.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much.
Barcha workshop qatnashchilari.
Assalamu alaikum for every member of the workshop.
Toshkent Davlat Transport Universiteti bugungi workshopda qatnashishdan juda mamnun.
We're very glad as a member and we're honored to participate in this beautiful workshop.
Shaxsan men o'zim Indoneziya juda ko'p rektorlari bilan, prorektorlari bilan va professor o'qituvchilari bilan tanishman.
In my career, personally, I have many visits. I had many visits to Indonesia, and so we're very familiar with Indonesia, and we know many vice rectors and rectors of different universities in Indonesia.
Chunki oldingi ishim Samarqandda Turizm xalqaro universitetida rektor vazifasini bajarganimda Indoneziyadan 19 ta rektorni bizlar qabul qilganmiz, 3 kun davomida o'tirib ishlaganmiz. Jumladan juda Indoneziyada taniqli bo'lgan oila Sahid Group oilasi.
As it has been mentioned in my career, in Professor Turaev's career, previous workplace was Samarkand Tourism International University as an acting rector, and so he has been to Indonesia, and he had a chance to meet with 19 different universities, and also very generous Sahin family is very Sahid Group.
Margianti xonimni.
We're very familiar with Margianti, Miss Margianti.
Indoneziya elchisini, Indoneziya elchixonasi doimo bizlarni Indoneziya elchixonasi tomonidan qilinayotgan tadbirlarga doimo taklif qiladi.
Consulate of Indonesia in Tashkent is always in touch and always tries to keep informed about the different meetings and different seminars in such a way.
Endi Toshkent Davlat Transport Universitetiga kelayotgan bo'lsak, universitetimiz 20-yil O'zbekiston Respublikasi Prezidenti qarori bilan ikkita institut, bu avtoyo'l, temir yo'l va texnika universitetini aviatsiya fakulteti qo'shilishi natijasida tashkil bo'lgan.
If we talk about the Tashkent State Transport University, in 2020, by the decree of President of Republic of Uzbekistan, the different institutions such as Road Traffic Institution, Aviation Faculty, and Railway Institute has been merged and established Tashkent State Transport University.
Universitetimiz strukturasi 9 ta fakultetdan iborat bo'lib, 39 ta kafedra va 700 ga yaqin akademik shtatimiz, professor o'qituvchilar mavjud bo'lib, 20 mingga yaqin bugungi kunda studentlar tahsil olmoqda.
Our university is despite it's been established recently, it has 9 faculties and 39 departments. 39 departments. We have about 700 academic staff and close to 20,000 students studying in our university.
Asosan strukturada ko'rib turganingizdek, demak, ta'lim yo'nalishlari, bakalavriat ta'lim yo'nalishlari 80 ga yaqin, magistratura 54 ta, mutaxassislik bo'yicha va 20 ta doktorantura ixtisosliklari mavjud.
We have about 90 bachelor's degree programs and about 40 master's programs, and also doctoral programs has been successfully established at our university.
Xalqaro hamkorlik yo'nalishiga to'xtalib o'tayotgan bo'lsak, bugungi kunda 30 ta davlatdan ortiq jami mana shu universitet yangitdan tashkil qilingandan keyin 100 tadan ortiq memorandum, shartnoma va kelishuvlar imzolandi 30 tadan ortiq davlatlar bilan.
Talking about the international cooperation, we have signed many memorandums of understanding and different universities which are located over 30 different countries.
100 tadan ortiq universitet.
And the number of partners we have currently go over 100 universities.
Bugungi kunda universitetda 44 ta xalqaro ta'lim dasturlari bo'yicha qo'shma dasturlarimiz bor.
To this day we have 44 different joint degree programs.
Bularga Fransiya, ENAC bilan uchuvchilar maktabi bilan
one of the partners for joint degree we have is the ENAC, which is in France, which is the civil aviation university in France.
Transport logistikasi yo'nalishida Chexiya va Slovakiya bilan
in transport engineering directions we have partners closely working with Czech Republic and Slovakia.
Bu yerda qo'shib o'tish mumkin Polshani, Rossiya, Belorussiya kabi davlatlarni ham qo'shib o'tishimiz mumkin.
And also we can include Poland, Belarus, and Russian countries.
Endi Men o'ylaymanki, mana shu bugungi uchrashuvimiz Indoneziya universitetlari bilan yanada bizlarni munosabatlarimizni mustahkamlaydi. Bizlar ham sizlarni kutamiz. O'ylaymanki, bundan keyin ilmiy tadqiqot ishlari, Scopus konferensiyalari, Toshkent davlat transport universiteti nomidan aytishim mumkinki, bizlar hamkorlik uchun ochiq universitetimiz.
We're very honored that we've been invited in this session, and we're very grateful, and we hope that from this day we would have a stronger cooperation and stronger relationship between Uzbekistan and Indonesia. And we are always, as a scientific university, technical scientific university, we're always open to different researches, different projects. We can hopefully work with different directions with universities in Indonesia, and we're welcome and we're open. Thank you very much.
E'tiborlaring uchun rahmat.
Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Professor Bahadir Duraev, the Vice Rector of International Corporations, Tashkent State Transport University. And we would like to express our sincere gratitude to Professor Dr. Umida. Thank you so much for being so helpful and so kind in connecting Indonesian universities with Uzbekistan universities. Thank you so much. And I would like to share. I'm also asking you permissions to share your number, if you don't mind, to all of the Indonesian universities who will contact you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We will. Thank you very much. Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to invite the Associate Professor Otabek Bozorov Nasandovic, University of Economy and Pedagogy, Uzbekistan. Professor Otabek, please do. Thank you.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli xonimlar va janoblar.
Assalomu alaykum, ladies and gentlemen.
Barchangizni universitet nomidan samimiy salomlar yo'llash menga katta mamnuniyat bag'ishlaydi.
It's pleasure to extend my warm greetings on the behalf of University of Economic Pedagogy.
Sizni ko'rib turganimdan juda ham xursandman va siz bilan hamkorlikda ishlashdan mamnunman.
It's a really pleasure for me to meet you, and it's honor to work with you.
Hozir ruxsatingiz bilan Universitet xalqaro hamkorlik bo'limi boshlig'i Suhrabjon Shohjahon Abdurahmonov universitetimiz haqida qisqacha ma'lumot berib o'tadi.
Now Abdurahim Shohjahon will briefly talk about our university, economy and pedagogy. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. First of all, I have to thank you, Professor Takbullah, and because we met Professor Takbullah in Karabuk. So I also presented this presentation in Karabuk University. First of all, I'm going to talk about our region. It's about 6 hours from Tashkent, the capital city of Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Well, our region is bordered with Turkmenistan and Tajikistan. Well, Kashkadarya is industrial zone, so we have a lot of industries like Utangas Chemical Complex, Tegal, and the Karamak Potash Complex. So we have in our university, because of we are industrial zone in Kashkadarya, we have oil and gas faculties. Well, it shows that our exports and imports, and we have also a lot of historical places in Kashkadarya, especially Aksaray. It's located in Shakil Sabas. If you want, there is a beautiful mosque, Hukumbat. It's located in Kashi. Well, now I am going to talk about our university structure. Well, we are last year opened a private university named University of Economics and Pedagogy. So we are trying to have collaborations because of improving the education quality of our universities. So so now we have two departments. One department is called Economics and Engineering. The second one is called Department in Pedagogy. Well, in the Department of Economics and Engineering, we have Information Systems and Technologies, oil and gas, and economics. Well, in other department which is called Pedagogy, we have history, physical, culture, foreign language, and literature, primary education, and preschool education. Now we are planning to have other directions, education directions, in our university, and it will be 3 chairs. First one will be chair of pedagogical education. Second one will be chair of social science and business. And third one will be chair of engineering technology. Well, as you know, as I said, we are a newly open private university, so we haven't got a lot of corporations, but we have visited some international universities like Karabukh and also Azerbaijan universities, and also the Bulgarian universities, which is called University of Economics Varna, is coming in next month. So right now we have cooperations between Portugal, Romania, Serbia, and Azerbaijan, and Turkey and Bulgarian universities. Now and we have some chairs and faculties, and now we have more than, I think, 7,000 students. But as you know, we are New Open Private University, but we are accepting students. So it is the proposal and partnership. Well, we're expecting cooperation offers from foreign universities. So first of all, offer is development of conditions for the involvement of qualified foreign specialists in the university's training sessions and presentation to the agreement. The second one is organization of education, education of undergraduate and graduate students of the university in foreign partner higher education institutions during the first and the second semesters based on contract, of course, or agreement. Well, the third one is leading the scientific and research work of the university, specialists in various fields. Well, in other offers from University of Economics and Pedagogy to foreign universities. Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about exchange of educational and research materials, publications, and academic information. As Professor Takula said, well, second one is selection and formation of a group students, sending them on a trip to foreign partner universities based on agreement or contract. Remote involvement of qualified professors and teachers of foreign partners for lectures. Well, involvement of university expect young people in scientific research work based on scientific topics of foreign partner experts. Well, it is the proposals of our university to international university, to Indonesian, Indian, all of the international universities. Thank you very much, and the presentation was that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Associate Professor Otabek Bazarov. And we would like to express our sincere gratitude to Dr. Sokjakond Abdurrahmanov for being so helpful and so kind in helping me to connect with your rector. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's an honor for us. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to invite Professor Zanpolat Kudaibergenov, Kimyo International University in Tashkent, Uzbekistan.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, dear participants. Taking this opportunity, I would like to thank the hosting university for giving us a chance and inviting for this nice workshop. I would like to briefly tell about our university. It's the first non-governmental university, private university in Uzbekistan. It was established in 2018. We started with 5 educational programs. Now we have 28 programs. So if you let me, I would like to show a brief video about our university. So Head of International Office, Mr. Sarwar will show the movie.
Assalamualaikum, dear colleagues. If the manager of the agree, I show just a second. I share the video.
University in Tashkent, the first private higher education institution in the country, was initially established under the name of the Yeoju Technical Institute in Tashkent on the basis of the state license of the State Inspectorate for Supervision of the Quality in Education under the Cabinet of Ministers of the Republic of Uzbekistan, dated 21st July 2018. The university trains highly qualified bachelors and masters in full-time, extramural, and evening forms of study in Uzbek, Russian, and English, as well as the second specialty. Academic activities are carried out by international and local professors who are graduates of prestigious universities of foreign states such as South Korea, the United States, Great Britain, Germany, France, Italy, Japan, and Malaysia. Currently, the KIUT trains specialists in 28 bachelor's degree programs and 20 master's degree programs as part of 5 educational schools. In the 2021-2022 academic year, a branch of the university in Namangan, and in the 2022-2023 academic year, a branch of the university in Samarkand were established. In 2022, among the non-state universities of Uzbekistan, KIUT was one of the first to receive certificates of international accreditation of educational programs of the CAS-C and IKA agencies, and was included in the European ICAR database. KIUT has all licenses for the provision of educational services, and the degree issued by the university is fully recognized on the territory of Uzbekistan. The university, along with in-depth teaching of theoretical knowledge, pays special attention to the development of practical skills, logical and creative thinking of the students, and also broadening an academic and practical collaboration with the real sectors of economy. In addition to that, the university pays special attention to creating all necessary conditions for students obtaining up-to-date knowledge by offering exchange educational programs such as 2+2, 3+1, as well as other academic mobility programs with partner universities. Besides that, the university pays constant attention to the empowerment of its infrastructure and physical facilities, as well as involvement of leading international teachers and practitioners in the educational process. Welcome to Kimya International University in Tashkent.
Thank you very much. Kimya International University in Tashkent is ready for any kind of cooperation, like for students exchange, staff exchange, semester exchange programs, or also running joint projects or running joint scientific conferences and etc. So thank you very much for your attention. We are waiting all of you in Tashkent in our university. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you so much. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Give applause. Thank you so much, Professor Zan Polat, for very nice remarks. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. All the university from Uzbekistan, they are very great universities. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go to the main agenda, that is MoU signing. But since the signing MoU is online with Uzbekistan, ladies and gentlemen, I need your attentions very much. Mohon perhatiannya Bapak Ibu, karena online. Jadi I would like to show you the online MoU that have already completed by both sides. So, could you please help me? I would like to show you the signing MoU that already been completed by both university first. Before we go to the offline MoU, let's start. Let's start with the. Okay, I will read from that. Okay, let's start with the MoU. Oh, belum muncul. Could you show on the screen, please? Bapak Ibu kan di link sudah ada, nggih. Itu sebenarnya kan Bapak Ibu tinggal ngisi aja di link, boleh di print atau ditandatangani, boleh juga langsung completed, uploaded the scanned a signature into the your MoU draft in the link. So that will be very easy because all of the university from Uzbekistan, they have signed all the MoUs already. You just check the link. But I would like to show you the completed one. I give you example. Let me read. Saya baca dulu nama-nama universitasnya, Mbak. Balik lagi, Mbak. Baca lagi. Balik lagi ke awal. No, balik lagi ke awal. Universitasnya. Ke foldernya. Okay. Ke foldernya. Yes, I know. Thank you. Okay, I would like to read supaya perhatian Bapak Ibu nggih. Ya, itu awalnya. Okay. Oh, no, I mean to. Ya, untuk MoU dari namanya apa? Tashkent apa ini? No. Opening. Hanya ada 3 universitas di sini Bapak ya yang sudah Arab University dengan Kimio yang sudah lengkap tanda tangannya. Salah satunya adalah RV Universities and then back. Ya, kita okay like this. Pak belum muncul. Okay, let me show you. Yeah. This is the completed one for both RV University and Kimio International Universities. So Bapak Ibu yang merasa belum melengkapi, nanti dilengkapi nggih. Kemudian next, balik lagi ke foldernya. Saya hanya membacakan yang sudah lengkap nih Bapak Ibu. Nanti yang lain. And then the last, and the second one is Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Bisnis Kumala Nusa. Okay. And the last one is, okay, Kumala Nusa dan Kimio. Langsung ke bawah. Okay, see, okay. Kimio and Kumala Nusa. Sampun nggih yang dari Kumala Nusa? Okay, nggak datang. Okay, kemudian the last one yang nomor 3 saya beri contoh adalah balik lagi. Okay. Dari Akademi Manajemen Akademi Manajemen Administrasi Yogyakarta dan Kimio. Ya, itu mungkin online. Oh ya, Bapak Ibu saya beri contoh lagi nggih. Ini sudah. Okay, next please. Jadi yang lain belum lengkap. Monggo dilengkapi di link. Next ke universitas selanjutnya. Next university please. Economy and Pedagogy for example. Economy and Pedagogy. Ya, sebentar. Saya bacakan dulu. Ada Saya bacakan dulu yang sudah lengkap nggih, yang dengan Economy and Pedagogy University Uzbekistan. Pertama yaitu the first one is Vidyagama Lumajang, second Universitas Bamada Salawi, RV University, Universitas Muria Kudus, Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Bisnis Kumala Nusa, Akademi Manajemen Administrasi Amayo Yogyakarta, dan Sekolah Tinggi, ini dua ya, Ilmu Bisnis Kumala Nusa. Untuk Bapak Ibu, karena di link itu kan ada yang salah, ini spelling apa namanya, mohon perhatian dibetulkan apabila Bapak Ibu menemukan kesalahan untuk spellingnya. Thank you. Seperti Muria Kudus, ada yang tulisannya Muris Kudus Bapak, tapi udah ditandatangani, nggih, tapi satunya betul gitu Bapak, nggih. Dan nanti mohon dicek kembali Bapak. Next berikutnya, contohnya satu aja Muria Kudus. Ya, kita lihat contohnya nih Bapak. Yang ini betul Muria Kudus, nggih. Yang ini betul Muria Kudus, tapi yang satunya salah Muris Kudus. Nah ini sudah. Oh belum lengkap. Belum ini. Nah, yang ini sudah nggih lengkap nggih, Muria Kudus ini udah ditandatangani. Yang ini betul leres. This one is correct. Your name, the name of the university also is correct. Oke ya, tapi yang satunya salah Muris Kudus. Salah huruf, nanti dibetulkan lagi nih Bapak. Punten karena itu legalitas. Next, berikutnya. Kita ke University of Tashkent. Oke. Yang sudah yaitu Universitas Muria Kudus, RV University, Institut Teknologi dan Bisnis Widyagama, kemudian Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Bisnis Kumala Nusa, serta Universitas Swadaya Gunung Jati. Kita contoh yang ini, Swadaya Gunung Jati, dibuka. Ya, ini Swadaya Gunung Jati. Ya, Bapak Ibu, ini nggih, sudah nggih. Sebenarnya semua universitas di Uzbekistan mereka sudah tanda tangan. Jadi Bapak Ibu tinggal melengkapinya di link sekali lagi. Nanti Bapak Ibu bisa mengutus bagian kerjasama atau staf Bapak Ibu untuk melengkapinya di link. Next, berikutnya saya kasih contoh yang Widyagama Lumajang. Oke. Ini Widyagama Lumajang. Oke. Ya, ini sudah nggih Bu Ratna, Bu Rektor nggih. Nah, ini ada yang salah mungkin yang Muria Kudus, saya tunjukkan kesalahannya barangkali mau pirsa Bapak Ibu, Pak dari Muria Kudus, close verse nih. Tashkent. Tadi yang dari Tashkent sudah dicek nggih, berarti nggak usah saya ini nggih. Oh gitu ya. Oh gitu. Nggak apa-apa Bapak, nanti bisa di ini nanti kita kembali lagi di edit. Oke, thank you. Bapak Ibu, jadi sekali lagi monggo dipirsani linknya, nanti diedit. Bagaimana caranya, mau yang offline or and then you can upload the documents, because we need to bring all the documents to the universities in Uzbekistan, and those are very important for us as the host of the event today. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite the offline from RV Universities on behalf of RV University, Dr. Banu, Professor Banu. Universitas Abdurrahman Wahid. Ada? Monggo Pak Dr. Muhlisin, nggih. The Vice Rector of Universitas Abdurrahman Wahid. Kesulitan nggih Bapak, atau di atas saja nggih? Atau gimana? Agak mundur nggih, biar ada space. Oke. Ya. Okay, and yep. Pulpennya ada? And where are the MOOCs? Where are all the your gift souvenirs over there? Okay, after this. Okay. 15 coffee mug and 15 books of Thank you. Sudah foto-foto? Sampun ya? And also, delivering, what is it? Souvenir from RV University to Win Pekalongan, the Vice Rector. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite, give applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Universitas Widya Dharma Klaten. Ada Bapak Ibu? Kayaknya nggak datang. Oke. Ya, Universitas Widya Gama Lumajang. Monggo Bu Rektor. The Rector of Universitas Widya Gama Lumajang, please do. Setelah ini apa? TGRI. 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 Ya. Ini foto dulu ya, take a picture first. Smile. Yeah. Thank you. And delivering a souvenir. Oh, one more, please. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh, very good preparations. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bu Rektor, Ibu Dr. Ratna. Please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the next university, Universitas Muria Kudus. Monggo, Profesor Dr. Darsono, selaku Rektor. Please do. Thank you. Give applause. Ya. Mas Reza, kayaknya kameranya kurang ke sana ya. Biar mereka kelihatan. Nggak bisa. Oh. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Professor Dr. Darsono. Next is Universitas Bamada Slawi, Pak Dr. Maufur, monggo as director, as director of Universitas Bamada Slawi. Ah. Ya, smile. Jangan lupa senyum, Pak Dr. Maufur. Ya. Yep. Smile. Big smile. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Hey. Hey. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite on behalf of Universitas Swadaya Gunung Jati, Pak Dr. Acep, the Dean of Economics and Business Faculty. Monggo. Paraf aja Pak, nggak apa-apa. As always. Okay. Di paraf aja Pak, nggak apa-apa. Monggo. Yeah, smile. Thank you. Souvenir exchange. It's okay. Okay, thank you, Pak Dr. Acep. Thank you so much. Well, I would like to invite Universitas on behalf of Universitas PGRI Semarang, Dr. Nur Hidayat, the director of, please, the director of Universitas PGRI Semarang for International Affairs. Ya, paraf saja, nggih. Okay. DJ, Mbak Manda. Siapa lagi? Pak, Kia on behalf aja ya, kan karakternya ganti. Iya kan? Nanti on behalf aja ya. Thank you. Thank you so much. The next university is Universitas Ma'arif Hasim Latif. On behalf of Universitas Ma'arif Hasim Latif, the Director of Postgraduate Program, Dr. Fatoni Rodli, and he is also the President of ADRI Indonesia. This one? Sorry, excuse me. Thank you. Smile. Oh, okay, inverted. Smile. Sudah kan? Oke, tinggal nanti nunggu Prof. Banerjee.
Dokumen baru.
Ya, ini dokumen baru.
Ada yang dari
Di link, enggak? Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Banu. Please, ladies and gentlemen, because Professor Banerjee is coming at 3 o'clock for MoU signing and also workshop, so we would like to have a coffee breaks. But before that, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to the 3 universities from Uzbekistan and also the 3 rectors from the Uzbekistan for being here today. It is a great honor for Indonesian universities to have a future cooperation and collaborations in joint research, also in publication, students exchange, visiting professors, and other academic activities that will be implemented in the future or in the near future. And I would like to ask the permissions also for all of the universities in Uzbekistan. I would like to share your WhatsApp number to all the Indonesian universities here that joined our MoU signing today. All the MoU signings have not completed yet, but it will be completed soon, as soon as possible, and then we will inform you further about these cooperations. Thank you so much for being here. It is a great honor for all of the Indonesian universities and India universities here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. But of course, we invite you if you wish to join the workshop after this coffee break or after the end of the signing ceremony. That will be also an honor for us. But I do believe all of you in Uzbekistan, the honorable guests from the Uzbekistan, you have very busy agenda. So it is okay for us. It is again an honor for us if you would like to say goodbye if it is necessary. And thank you so much for being here again. Sincere gratitude.
Thank you very much. I wish you good luck.
Professor Zanpola. Thank you from Professor.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you so much for Professor Zanpola, also Associate Professor Otabek Bozorov, and also Professor Bahadir Turaev from Uzbekistan. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye. Mana topgan bilan.
Jolda çıkıp gitsek olur mu?
Berarti di end session apa gimana? Iya, tapi kan mereka barangkali mau. Sudah, sudah. It's okay. Banerjinya sudah datangnya 10 minutes. Oh gitu. Dia sambil menikmati ya. Bapak Ibu, coffee break untuk 10 minutes silakan dibawa ke dalam. Nanti Profesor Banerjee will be here in 10 minutes. 10 menit lagi Profesor Banerjee will be here. Thank you. Silakan monggo. Ya, ada Profesor Banerjee's MoU signing again and then we go to the workshop. Okay. He will be here soon in 10 minutes. Okay. Monggo dinikmati coffee break-nya. Yes.
Jadi yang misalnya penilaian kualitas dengan kalau sesuai foto ini ada tambahan terus nanti satu lagi dengan tujuannya terakhir 10 menit lagi nampaknya terakhir nanti sudah nanti konkret maka kita keputusan setelah itu kita ke mana jam 5 harus dapat kemana masih pakai pakaian nah udah gambaran maka kan jam berapa ini 7 ini masalahnya Pak Abang juga harus ke bandara gitu jam 5 ya
Bapak kesirep loh ya, nanti telat. Gak apa-apa nih Pas Juri nih ya. Ayo, on time ini Pas Juri nih. Enggak harus masuk oh. Peserta nggak boleh.
Selamat siang. Wonderful. Terima kasih. This is my fourth visit to Indonesia. I'm fortunate to be in this country 4 times. Thank you so much for all the previous friends and colleagues who had invited me to Indonesia on multiple occasions, and to Pancasakti had been last January, and very soon I made another trip because Dr. Yoga and Dr. Taufiqullah had been so kind, and they've invited me again to be part of this wonderful workshop. Before I begin, I would like to extend my gratitude and thank you to all the participants who are present here to attend this workshop and focus group discussion on international collaborations and research. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Ahmad Fatoni, President, ADRI, Dr. Taufiqullah, Rector, Universitas Pancasakti, Tegal. I want to say a few words about Dr. Taufiqullah a little later. I'm very, very impressed by his dynamic enthusiasm and leadership that has been shown. Thank you so much, Dr. Taufiqullah. Professor Turev, Vice Rector, Tashkent State Transport University, Uzbekistan. Professor Bozarov, Rector, University of Economics and Pedagogy. Professor Kudjabarjanov, Rector, Kimyo International University, Uzbekistan. And Professor Banerjee, who would join us very shortly here from EILM, Kolkata, India. And I also want to extend my gratitude to my fellow colleagues from India and students from India, EILM, Kolkata. And all the deans who are present here from Pancasakti University, the Vice Rector of UPS, and deans from other Indonesian universities, rectors, and all the representatives of other Indonesian universities who have actively participated here. Thank you so much for being part of this workshop. And I know that we are a bit short on time, so we would move fast and get into the presentation. So I would be talking primarily about international collaborations and how we could collaborate on the research front, and how can research help us internationalize the education system, both in India and Indonesia and at the global level. So we know that the 21st century universities now have become very, very global. We are diverse and we are productive. And the aim is also to be sustainable and accountable to the education that we're imparting to the students. And we have a lot of responsibility to provide to the students from their career perspective, as well as enriching their knowledge and experience. So how can universities collaborate and then become in a way to meet these standards and goals that are being set in the 21st century for educational universities? The major aims of higher education, as we all know, is to achieve excellence in teaching, research, and community service. These are 3 pillars of education, and all higher education institutions across the globe will have to adhere to these 3 important pillars of teaching, research, and community service, and maintaining excellence in these 3 disciplines. Providing solutions for national, regional, and global problems. This is also another important task that educational institutions are primarily vested with. And contributing to the development of the national capital, nurturing intellectual properties and patents. Some of the technological universities, I'm sure you have a lot of patents also as part of your research work. And that is also adding a lot of value to the national repository, as well as adding a lot of fame to the universities themselves. And how can the international collaborations and joint research publications? Definitely, it is certainly a way forward. All these objectives that we have listed about higher education institutions can be met through international collaborations. And how do we do that is something that we will look at. So why do we need collaborations? Why do we need international collaborations especially is because the distributed nature of knowledge production. Okay, knowledge is not produced from one particular space. Knowledge is not just produced from Bali. Knowledge is not just produced from Tegal or Jakarta. Knowledge is not produced from India. Knowledge is not produced from Uzbekistan. Knowledge is widely spread across every part of the globe. So there is a lot of knowledge that is being created across the globe in different places. It's important that these knowledge gets integrated, right? There are so many journals that are being published in Indonesian Bahasa language. Okay, because of the language limitations, we would not have access to read the kind of quality work that is being done by professionals here in Indonesia. Similarly, there are other European countries also which have their journals and teaching pedagogies in their own languages. And there is limitations because of the language that is being set. So we publish a lot in local languages or English. Sometimes that can put limitations on other countries, other universities in terms of accessing this knowledge repository. So it's important through collaborations, we could have exchange of this knowledge and there could be more quality of work that could be produced. Sometimes a similar project can be done in India and the same project must be being done on research in other part of the country, other part of the globe, right? So this duplication of work can also be challenging and it's misutilization and overutilization of resources because of these limitations that we have. And international collaborations can limit this gap to a greater extent and can bring in more of commonalities and more of exchange of knowledge across the cultures and globe. So that is also another important aim for international collaborations. And collaborations, of course, is an enabling element. It is embedded in research and education that is being imparted across the universities across the globe. And definitely there could be diverging points, right? Collaboration could be perceived as very positive, and sometimes this could also be perceived as very negative because of the individual resources, crunch on individual resources and institutional resources. Sometimes it may not be as fruitfully perceived by other individuals. And collaboration is certainly an integrated reinforcing element of research and education. It's a natural part of academia. And it's naturally inherent with every organization, every university that they seek for collaborative work because they understand knowledge creation is not vested in one particular individual or the institute or the university themselves. So they will have to reach out to other people in terms of quality work. So there are greater variations in terms of international collaborations when we look at it. Organizational setups, right? The universities in Indonesia are different from universities in India and universities in Uzbekistan or Europe or any other part of the world. We have individual organizational differences too. And that could be brought because of the administration, the laws and regulations of the country, the policies within the country can put different kind of settings for these collaborations either to become fostered, become positive, or to cut down these collaborations to some extent. So it's important to understand the individualities of both the individual organizations from different cultures and different contexts. Depth of collaboration. Yes, this is also an important parameter. No two organizations can be deeply involved as equally as possible. There could be some variations in terms of the involvement shown by one organization and by the other organization. And these are something that needs to be perceived in the process of going ahead and implementing the collaborations. And degree of resource commitment. This is also an important parameter that one needs to look into when getting into collaborations. We have to be realistic in terms of the commitments that we make in terms of providing resources to this collaboration. How are we going to make this possible? What kind of financial support, what kind of institutional support, or what kind of infrastructural support are we going to provide to fulfill these obligations that are laid down by the implementation of collaborative agreements? So this is also something that needs to be paid attention to, and management setup, how these hierarchies are built within the organizations, who is the approving authority, right? Is there any process which could mediate these approval mechanisms, make things faster, cut down these bureaucracies? So these are all some things that can be looked into again. And proximity, geographical, cognitive, and institutional proximity. If RV University is in any part of Tegal, close to Tegal, then probably we would be doing much larger and much more work because of the geographical distance. It also puts limitations. If, for example, University of Indonesia is in India, right? Let's say it's in Delhi, right? Then possibly we'd be doing more work, would be collaborating more and engaging more in terms of activities. So geographical proximity can also be a determinant. But because of the increased travel and increased understanding of international collaborations and the benefits of it, now we are minimizing the space as much as possible. We are becoming closer and closer physically too. Travel is no hassle. It was difficult earlier days. Now we are moving across the globe and moving to different parts of the world in terms of collaborating with other universities and spreading our work. And what do we know about the impact of collaboration? It's time dependent. The more time you spend with an organization, the more invested your efforts are, the more fruitful this engagement could become. You'll have to be patient in terms of how you are going to implement your project. All these processes would take time. Okay, so this is our second engagement with UPS. I've given a guest lecture. Now I'm invited here. Maybe in a month or two, I'll be inviting them back to India. So all of this will take a little while to process, but it's important that we have to be patient, but think constantly about what could be our next engagement with the MoU signed organization. So I should be thinking about what is my next plan with these 10 universities that we have signed MoU today. How can I take this MoU to the next level of implementation with Uzbekistan, some universities there? So this has to be a constant thought process while we also plan things and know realistically that these might take time to get implemented, but the planning has to go on, the thought process has to continue so that you are committed in these efforts to do something about the commitments you made for the collaborations. So this is an important thing that we'll have to spend more time and be invested in our efforts and be calculative and very practical in terms of what is possible and what is not possible. What is also important is in these collaborations is to be very, very transparent and honest in terms of a communication. We should not be over-promising without having practical sense of what we could really contribute. Whatever we could contribute, certainly be the part of the agreement process so that there is more honesty and transparent approach in terms of communication between the organizations. So it is definitely beneficial for the individuals who are facilitating these MoU participations and collaborations. For example, now in my university, I'm recognized for the kind of MoU collaborations that I'm bringing into my university. So there is individual recognitions vested by the universities for your work. So you are rewarded, you're recognized, you're recognized for your achievements. So there are individual benefits. And of course, the universities are also getting benefited for international collaborations. My example, for example, we are very young universities with a 2-year-old university with about 2,000 students and 6 faculty and about 30 departments, right? It's a very new university. And it's important for us to have as much as international engagement as possible. Similarly, there could be very young universities in Indonesia, which would also benefit from seeking external international collaborations by way of publicizing that to the students there and getting recruitment from the students, right? And Dr. Tawfiqullah has been an expert in terms of fostering these kind of relationships for his university in Universitas Pancasakti. And I'm very impressed by his efforts and the kind of commitment he has for internationalizing his university education. Yeah. So there are some fruitful conditions for collaborations. For example, if the institutional ideologies match, that could facilitate the collaborations very easily. But sometimes if there are two similar institutes, then you might not also see a lot of benefit in terms of why this collaboration should happen. If you're not bringing in any kind of unique contributions to the other universities, then that could also put some limitations. Both perspectives are valid. It is easy to collaborate with similar ideology organizations. Sometimes that similar ideology can also not add more value to the collaboration. So both must be taken into consideration. And there are some potential challenges for collaboration. For example, institutional differences in terms of the mission, vision, and values that these organizations have. There could be some clashes with that. Difference in institutional governance, systems, and culture. Structural differences in teaching loads, compensation, loss of institutional identity and autonomy. increased complexity of communication, unanticipated costs in technology, infrastructure, and personnel, differing tuition fees. For example, if you are looking at designing programs of student exchange or faculty exchange, so a lot of cost benefit analysis must also be done so that it becomes less burdening on the students, as well as it's more enriching as an experience. So calculating the costs and the tuition fees in order to ensure that students are not overly burdened could also be an important step in terms of collaborations. And accreditation issues, I'm sure Indonesia is in the revolutionary mode in terms of higher education currently, and you have very new laws being drafted and being implemented in terms of fostering your efforts in terms of internationalization of education. Logistics can put several limitations: travel, space, and time, in terms of traveling, in terms of the space and time. Okay, and the devil is in the details. So before you begin any kind of collaboration, so it's important to clarify the purpose and goals of collaboration in advance. It's important to know what are your clear objectives of collaboration, clearly discuss motivations and expectations, clarify roles, responsibilities for each engaging partners. For research, establish data management agreements, create a communication plan and process, and define the expected outcomes of this collaboration. It's important to state the objectives very clearly. Okay. Welcome, Dr. Banerjee. Yeah. Dr. Yoga. Thank you. Yeah. So there is also a heightened need for joint research and international publications. And I'm sure one of the important objectives of these kind of collaborations is also to look into research, joint research engagements, and joint research publications, and how important these international publications in terms of individual climbing up the ladder or the organizational reputation and identity, it's very prominent. Okay. For individuals or people partnering research, joint research projects, what is important is to keep in mind about the journal selection. So how do you make a selection in terms of what is the best journal for your research work publication? So you'll have to understand the scope of the journal, the target audience this journal is particularly catering to. If you're into management and sciences, or if you're into technology, you'll have to identify the good journals. And you'll also have to be realistic in terms of the deadlines of your publication, how soon you want your article to be published. Some journals would take years to make a decision, right? So it's important to be very practical in terms of your approach. You'll have to do basically a groundwork in terms of the selection of your journal. So before you're making up your decision to publish. And sometimes there could be desk rejections. There could be several feedback that you're going to get in terms of enhancing the quality of your paper. So it's important to be patient. If you're targeting a particular journal and you have time in your hand, then you can definitely go with the revisions and submit and make it happen. But sometimes if you're short on time, then you'll have to make other decisions in terms of. Okay. And these are some of the useful links where you can search the appropriate journal that suits your work, right? So you can use the search criteria that is there on most of the publishing houses. You can use that criteria and pick out some important journals that suits your work. These are some of the examples of international publishing houses. Okay, example of how you can search the journals. If you go onto the website of any international major publishing house, you will see an option to search. If you type in the key areas of your research, all the journals that are relevant for your work will be shown. So then you can make wiser decisions in terms of the selection. You will also get indicators of impact factors, citation index, and several other parameters, so which can help you decide which would be an apt journal for your work. Sometimes you'll also have an option to compare between journals. So you can select 4 or 5 journals together and compare the differences between these journals. so that you can make an informed, better decisions in terms of selection process. Okay. And most of the scientific publications do come from China and United States, followed by India and several other Asian countries and European countries. Okay. And you see that in the last 2 decades, there is increased tendency of scientific publications in India. In the last 2 decades, the numbers have almost doubled. You can see the graph rising. Okay, and Indonesian context, in the last 2 decades, the number of scientific journal articles of Indonesia increased from 457 in 2004 to 26,000, about almost 27,000 in 2018. So the publication rate is growing at about 30% annually. Every year, you are adding 30% more scientific publications than the previous year. Indonesia tops open access publishing charts. Okay, Indonesia is one of the leading contributors of open access research publications, where there is free availability of the publication of your work. Indonesia is one of the top countries now in terms of adding more knowledge to the domains. So countries in Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America, they lead the way on free-to-read literature. Okay, we know that lot of journals have publication fees, and some would even range from $1,000 to $2,000, right? And the open access has been a boon for the educational system, where there is easier access and availability to greater work. I'm told that even the undergrad programs in Indonesia, the students have to produce a dissertation. There is a thesis work even for undergrad programs in Indonesia, so which would call for research work and theses. And a lot of this knowledge addition has been done through undergrad programs, master's programs, and PhD programs. So it is Indonesian universities are taking this as a pride. It's a prestige for them to have publications. So that is also an important indicator of institutional reputation. But it's important that Indonesia now moves from inbound knowledge to outbound. Okay, the knowledge is more prominently being created within Indonesia. It's important. It's high time that there is more collaborations externally being done, and joint work can be contributed for the knowledge creation. So number of citations to publication increased by 50% from publications with international partnerships. So the rate of international publications through fostering partnerships with foreign countries, universities, has increased 50% in the last few years. The number of publications that have international partnerships is increasing rapidly in the world, between 20 to 40%. Okay, it will help. International publications can enhance the ranking of your universities, the quality of writing. It could add more quality to your writing, especially with non-English speaking communities. And if you are targeting English journals, right, then it could help. International collaborations could help refine the language and enhance the quality of the work. And grants and scholarships can also be facilitated if there is an international collaborations, right? Funding organizations also would encourage international participation, international collaborations to approve funding requests, okay? And there could be some factors which could constrain these collaborative engagement in Indonesian context, especially national research institutions that are not resourced. If there is shortage of resources, then that could put a limitation. A national system with too many universities. In the Indonesian context, you have quite a lot of universities, right? And a lot of that are governed by the state center, and a lot of that can also be Islamic institutions governed by separate laws and regulations, right? Poor funding incentives can make research less valuable than academics. So if the research is not rewarded, right, then the teaching could be perceived as more rewarding than the research, then that could be a limitation. Okay, so some recommendations would be research and development. In terms of research and development would be to establish a national research mission for Indonesian context, build comprehensive research governance, competitive funding for efficiency and excellence. Okay, there should be adequate funding available for research projects within and through collaborations. Research funding for infrastructure too. It's also an important engagement. Attracting non-government and private sector contributions is also another important dimension that needs to be looked into. Professionalized management of research funds. Management of research is not a separate discipline, but it's gaining popularity now. And there could be a separate discipline which would foster management of research and managing the resources that are being allocated for research, hiring faculty members, fostering collaborations with foreign universities. All of that could be under research management department, which is an interesting discipline which could come up in the next few years in every part of the globe. Terima kasih. And Sizga Kata Rahmat in Uzbekistan language.
Give applause. Thank you so
very
much.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Banu Prakasnuna,
Thank you.
for your
Pleasure.
nice presentations about international collaborations. And ladies and gentlemen, have a seat, please. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to continue. We would like to continue our workshop today. But let me ask, are we going to directly for MoU signing or workshop first? MoU signing. Oh, it's okay. Let us prepare. Bu Nana, bantuin MoU signing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is an honor for me to invite UIN Kiai Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan, Professor Dr. Muhlisin, please. And Professor Banaje, please.
Sudah sama
Ya,
dia.
kalau ini sudah. Oh, ada apa? Nanti. Halo.
Sudah tak bawa
Good?
bayang dia.
All good.
Great. So coffee?
Sure.
Okay. So I heard about your language from Dr. Sanchita. Ininya kameranya, Pak.
Sudah banyak.
Ya, nanti foto bersama. Ya, ada yang mau ngasih souvenir? Ya. Ya, habis MoU sign. Iya, 10 menit. Ya. Yeah, after this. Yeah, it's okay. You may, excuse me, sober exchange. Yeah. Ya, di foto Pak Fahmi pas. Oops. Iya, nggak apa-apa. Tenang aja Pak, teratur. No worries. Thank you. Give applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it is It is an honor for me to invite Universitas Bamada Selawi, Dr. Maufur, the Rector of Universitas Bamada Selawi. Would you like to sign also, right? Yeah, no. Okay, so we'll talk to them about it. Dr. Banu Prakashina after this.
Oh, you're there.
Thank you. After this. Okay. After Dr. Taufik, okay? Nanti tiga-tiganya berdiri aja di situ semua. Yeah. After this. Yeah, but Dr. Banu Prakasana also would like to exchange a souvenir from RV to IEL and Kolkata. Okay. Yes. RV University. RV. Sorry, E-I-I-L-M. Oh, okay. Yeah, he told me that he will talk to you directly after this.
functioning of the world and positioning of the world for the future. If you look at the Asian region, last 100 years, you will find there have been a lot of conflicts among Asian nations. Conflicts were on cultural front, political front, and of course, fierce competition in the economic front going on. But again, in the midst of this conflict and competition, last 100 years, Asia has grown really phenomenal. But that has not, drawn the attention of global community as yet. So and we together, when we wanted to put across the concept of Asian integration and borderless Asia, what was our aspiration and dream? We want to make Asia a contributing region to the world. Poverty, illiteracy, ill health are the central issues of humanity even now. These were the central issues 100 years ago. These are still the central issues after a passage of 100 years. Now, if I follow the recent observations by certain global institutions, I can tell you, I can share with you, and probably you all or most of you know that as a matter of fact, what McKinsey CEO and managing director had put across in his statement ending February 2023. And there he has made a focused, and probably you will find the leading international organizations who are into distribution, who are into manufacturing, who are into domestic goods, white goods, who are into FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods, who are into FMCD, fast-moving consumer durables, and also certain other sectors called automobiles, manufacturing of shipping, shipyards, submarines, spaceships, and at the end of everything, which again comes back as a kind of seeding to every activity, the research and development activity. When we were students long back, we knew only one country for R&D in the world. That is the United States of America. After First World War, they started, collecting brains from across the world. And the brains who were, collected from across the globe and had gathered in different parts of the United States of America were given sufficient livelihood, sufficient financials, sufficient social recognition, sufficient positions. But when the outputs were actually measured in economic terms, there is a calculation by, again, this calculation is by, MIT, and the MIT calculation shows that the amount of value, magnitude of value that these new brands collected together in the Western region, particularly Northern America, which is the United States of America and Canada put together, has actually contributed to nearly 50% of additional value generated in that region. And who are they? They are mostly more than half, more than 50%. Mostly people, youngsters, young brains, young, brilliant people, brilliant elements from this part of the world, from Asian region. A large number from China and India. And this year from India, it has, overtaken even China by 10%. Meaning is a huge number of students that are being collected And it's they are getting a promise of career. So what was the trick of the Western developmental model? The Western developmental model was a trick through creation, R&D, research and development. And this R&D, if you have to do that in a fabulous way, in a better way, then you need that kind of potential brains who have got that germinating ground. Given the seed, it can make the seeds turn into banyan trees for giving protection and providing value across and making the world survive better. So now, if we look back, if we look at it, what Bob Sternfield's McKinsey head has mentioned is, it is India and the Asian region, apart from China, which is actually going to dominate the next few decades and probably this century, the world. And I guess along with India, Indonesia is the next partner in the friendship. And this region as a whole includes Singapore, Taiwan, Malaysia. So this 7 tigers, these economies are considered as 7 economic tigers. Now, this 7 economic tigers, if they can join hands together, if they can think together, if they can walk together, if they can visualize and dream together, they can do marvel. That's what I am saying. That, we have crafted Asian song. My objective is to create an Asian mind. I have a personal experience of the formative periods of European Union, sitting over there at the core of Germany for a good period of time, from time to time, at various universities who are dominating in Germany. And I saw how Merkel and the people who were there in the formative period, they were actually fostering the European Union forward from a transition of European Common Market to European Union. But who did the first, bailing the cat? It was the academicians. I remember I was there in Frankfurt University, and there was a notice for a seminar, and it was a free attendance notice, meaning anybody can participate. I was there for a different lecture. And then I found that, oh yes, okay, I took interest in that and got inside. And I found a professor, she was mentioning that why don't we, the Europeans, join hands in true sense of the term and, make a force, which is a social force, economic force. I'm not interested in the political force to be created. But if there is a socio-economic force, nobody can deny that. I like that. And she had joined the Merkel ministry later on. And you see, that was a kind of seeding, idea forward. In Asia, Asian region, there was a call given long back by Singapore Prime Minister and Indian Prime Minister together during 2002, 2003. The call was, creating borderless Asia. But that was not really, taken forward. I understand that there are a lot of bottlenecks. But with our good wishes, our goodwill, we can create that. But who could be the torchbearer? It's not the politicians. It's never the countries through the, bilateral agreements. It can't happen. It can't happen. It's never through military. Volker Ruhe was there in the team. He was the defense minister of Germany. He and I gave together a lecture in, this Hamburg University. where we had installed a short statue of a Indian poet, Rabindranath Tagore, and the inauguration was done by both of us. It is still there in front of the International Center of Hamburg University. I had asked him, did you participate in this forum as a military man, or what was your identity? He said, I am a student of, this Hamburg. And I believed that the philosophies which Hamburg have stood for, I believe that has to be carried forward. What was the philosophy? They were following Kantian models, Immanuel Kant's model. The original German philosophy later turned into a British philosophy, European philosophy. What was that? Kant's universality. What is the meaning of that universality? You and I, whatever be our colors, whatever be our dress, whatever be our gender, whatever be our economic identity, whatever be our national identity, whatever be our location of residence and language of speaking, we are the same. We should be treated as the same. This equality is a universality, which long back in the ancient civilization of Vedic period in India, I mentioned in that in my book on Vedic economy, which is just released last month and is going to be released from USA in June. So again, the point is universality doesn't create any discrimination. Yes, you could argue saying that when you are talking about Asia, don't you think that there's a parochial idea? It could be an argument. There's a discrimination. It could be an argument. When you have to actually nurture a baby to grow, then the baby needs an identity, and through identity, some kind of support. Asia, despite having so much of resources, human, material, functional, potential, Asia has not yet grown that way as a whole. Some of the countries have tried. The Chinese model of development, if you look at, it was a replication of American model. You took IBM, manufacturing process from IBM, the result is Lenovo. This pattern has been followed in the entire manufacturing thing. Even the spaceships that they're doing, the Mars project that they've done, the submarine project that Shanghai port has actually launched, everywhere you'll find it's replicated. At one point of time, Japan also had replicated immediately after Second World War for survival. In India, there was a film from Bombay, Hindi film, and there was a great, actor, Devjani, it was Raj Kapoor, no? Mera Juta Hai Japani. It was Raj Kapoor, a very great Indian actor. And why? Because, they are making shoddy products. I can't make the, branded products. So what do? I create a, low price shoddy products because I need to have some money to survive. My people are damaged, destroyed by the power of atom bomb. So I need to rebuild my nation. They did it for almost 10 years. But then suddenly they came up with their manufacturing power, their power to create an engine which is fuel efficient. And that had revolutionized the world. The fuel efficient automobile engines, fuel efficient, the engines of ships and other machines, even the aircraft. So the point is, Asia has got a huge treasures. I'm not talking about the, natural mineral resources alone. It is there. I'm not talking about the diversity, and through the diversity, the cultural hegemony that you can create. Not only that, I'm talking about the core fundamental elements of progress of human society Asia can do. So with this, if we think forward, if we think together, there is a, verse in our Rig Vedas which has mentioned Samgachudvang, Sangbadudvang, Sangbu Manamsi Janatam, Samanibo Akutihi Samanaha Hridayani Vaha. Meaning, let us all collect our minds together, our hearts together, let's speak the same tongue, and let's try to have the same minds reflecting through the large number of people to create some same goodness for everybody. So this is a kind of welfare model through progress. Welfare not through, subsidy. Welfare through progress, development. And that is possible, when you have new generation brains and the power of creation available. And that new generation brains and power of creation can do miracle, can do real miracle in the world. I was talking yesterday about a person, Siddharth Mukherjee. The person is from Calcutta, is grown up in United States. Now his name was this year referred to this Nobel Committee for a Nobel Prize. Nobel Committee could not accept this year, but then kept it withheld. He has done a research project on, for cancer. Emperor of Maladies. I believe most of you know. Emperor of Maladies, is one of the most popular books in the world now on cancer research. And when I met him in Lawrence, I had a chance to speak to him for 10 minutes, and I understood what was his motive. I'd mentioned that in our Charak Sangita, there was a point mentioned that Karkat, meaning this cancer, it is not a new problem. It is an age-old problem. And this keeps on changing. The pattern keeps on changing. So where to address? Then they try to identify the genetic engineering model. So it's not a biological correction, never a physiological correction. Medicinal correction won't do. What you have to do is you have to come back to the root of the individual at the genealogical level. And if you can do a genetic transformation, then the person is shielded from cancer. That's what is their finding. And it is, proved very exclusively, but it awaits the recognition of global community. I'm sure there is going to get a recognition. So you see, this is a new kind of thought, new dimension of thought. The dimension between matter and consciousness are changing. We know that in physics, the professors of science, physics, chemistry, mathematics, you should be knowing that the matter needs to be an element with a mass, should have occupied some space, should be measurable, quantifiable, plausible. But then now, 2022, Nobel Prize in Physics, Roger Penrose, he has received this prize on a concept. What is that? Matter may not have mass. Matter may not have, structured identity. Matter may be just energy. So there is the difference between the material identity and the conscious identity are changing. No barrier. What a material identity that can prove to be a conscious identity. If that be so, then human being generates enormous power. Your power of thought, your power of concept, your power of visualization can do miracle. If we can take it down to our youngsters, to students in the schools, colleges, at universities, that yes, the power of conceptualization do nurture. And if you can nurture that, you can do miracle in real sense of the term. And that's what Asia needs as a kind of voice. Asia needs a voice wherein we need to make our young people, develop their strength of mind, strength of, power of consciousness, power of determination, and power of visualization. If that's done, then probably Asia will show the ways to make the world a better world, a world where there will be no poverty, a world where there will be no illiteracy, a world where there will be no ill health, problems of ill health. People will survive happily for the reasonable period of time. And that world can be created by you and I together, everyone. You know, Asia should take the lead in that. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I've taken much of your time, but it was my great pleasure. I could not, resist the temptation of sharing some thoughts with you all. You are all very highly dignified people of this part of the world. My respect, regard to everyone who are, present here and who would be hearing our deliberations at a later point of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Banerjee. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is any questions, and I will limit for one question only, and then we will continue for Dr. Fatoni Rodley presentations for 5 minutes only. Okay, thank you. Will be very short. Should I show you something here?
Okay, please.
Yes, hold a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Especially yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm for 5 minutes or more. Exactly, implementation of our MoU is Mr. Banu, Sanchita, Banerjee, and Adri, and all of you directly become a member of management Adri International Journal. I prepared it for you. And every lecturer now have to SKS implementation of journal. Jadi setiap dosen yang mempunyai SK tentang pengelola jurnal itu akan melengkapi BKD-nya, beban kerja dosen. Nah sekarang banyak yang minta ke saya, minta SK pengelola jurnal ADRI. Kami punya 26, tapi saya tunggu dulu. Mereka yang mau menjadi pengelola jurnal basisnya adalah MoU. Alhamdulillah MoU dari India, dari kita semua jalan. Nah, jadi berapa jurnal kita? 26. Coba diklik. Naik sekarang. Kok ada itu? Nah, coba sebentar, pelan-pelan. Oke. Jadi pertama adalah ada engineering, natural science. Yang atas lagi coba. Yang atas lagi. Nah, ini adalah civil engineering. Coba diklik civil engineering. Apakah sudah terbit atau belum? Ini sudah terbit terus. Volumenya sudah ke-5. Ya. Volume ke-5 itu 2020. Coba kita klik doi-nya. Itu nanti siapa saja pengarangnya, kemudian siapa saja sebagai pengelolanya. Nah, ini adalah artikel-artikelnya. Naik lagi. Nah, artikelnya antara lain adalah 1, terus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ya, ada 8. Nah, coba kita download yang atas, yang doi tadi. Nah, ini kita coba download PDF-nya. Oke. Maka itu seluruh artikelnya itu sudah tersedia di situ. Ya. Jadi tolong dibuka di WA-nya sekarang. Ini maaf para rektor, saya karena kebetulan Presiden ADRI jadi berhak untuk memerintah anak buahnya ya, namanya dosen itu. Kalau rektor nggak bisa saya perintah, tapi kalau dosen saya bisa perintah. Coba dibuka di adri.journal.or.id. Nah, maka ini akan tampil di sana semuanya. Bapak pilih nanti keilmuannya Bapak apa di situ. Itu adalah bagian dari PKS-nya nanti. Jadi MOA kita langsung sebagai jurnal. Mrs. Prof. Banu, you can join our journal, Sanchita, etc. So What is your role? You can become a technician as OJS, Open Journal System. Your role become as a management. Your role become a reviewer. Your role become the creator atau the author. Your role is correspondency. There is a lot of role. And now our decision in ADRI board, every university only one journal. So when I have 6 journal, so the 5 journal I'll share for you. Yeah. For example, in law. So in Professor Banu and with law in here is maybe Pak Irwan. Yeah, Pak Irwan as a dean of the law. You can as a chief and editor. And the others from Pak Banu maybe as an editor or as the reviewer, etc. Because minimum we have 4 countries for international journal. So we have an international journal. And what about the indexes? Yeah, we already have index by DOAJ, but we have a competition with the like the DOAJ like international journal. We hacker all my journal. Yeah, it is in the 22. It is we open now. We stuck and we will operating again at after Lebaran. After Lebaran, 2 months ago, 2 months again, and we will implementation. Okay, back again. What is our journal? There is a technical. There is a technician. Okay, okay. Balik lagi. Ya, terus balik lagi. Nah, oke, balik lagi. Nah, ini. We have engineering and natural science. Oke, turun lagi. We have engineering and technology. Oke, turun lagi. We have the counseling and education. So maybe Prof. Yoga, you can as the chief and editor for UPS in this journal, okay? And then the language and literate and culture, okay? And then the agriculture, okay? And then the culture and social science, okay? And then the biology education. Maybe the others, maybe Ibu Lulu from the IFED. Where is Ibu Lulu? Yeah, maybe we'll about the education, biology education. And then the semantic technology, and then education technology, and then the, okay, up. Business and economic. There's a lot from the Prof. Energy and from the Ibu Ibu Din Novita. Yeah, there is a maybe we have a 5 business and economic journal. Okay, marketing and entrepreneurship. Okay, this one, and then head of science, and then environmental and disaster management. Okay, there is come from the Bakri University Jakarta, and then small business entrepreneur. There is still FEB, Faculty Economy and Business, okay, and then social science education, okay, and then industrial engineering lah. Pak, who's the engineer from UPS ya? There is available too in here. There is operation, information technology, okay, lanjut. Islamic Studies, ini Win Gustur. I will give you this chief editor this journal for you, yeah, okay, for you because State University, yeah, Islamic State University, Win Negeri Gustur. This Gustur is my father's in ideology. Law and Science, Pak Irwan, yeah, Law and Science this one. Okay, and then managerial and entrepreneurship 5 for faculty economic and business, and mathematics education. This for the mathematics education maybe, yeah, so maybe you can mathematics, and then okay, lanjut psikologi. This one, the psychology and vocational education training in your community too. And this one is education and linguistic. Okay, and the last is the science education. Maybe the others. Okay. Thank you. Inilah Bapak Ibu sekalian, MoU sudah oke, MoA langsung kita buat perjanjian kerjasama pengelolaan jurnal internasional ADRI. Di situ ada 26 jari. Setuju Bapak Ibu? Sanggup?
Sanggup.
Oke. Maka kalau sanggup, maka kami akan segera terbitkan SK DPP ADRI sebagai pengelola jurnal. Mohon ini nanti siapa yang sanggup, besok hari Rabu sudah saya share, mohon hadir rapat internal jurnal pengelola. Dan ini nanti profesional, dan kita punya 25, katakanlah 25 jurnal. Kalau 10 artikel berarti 250. Setahun 2 kali berarti 500 artikel. Kalau satu artikel itu kita cas 1 juta berarti 500 juta operasional jalan. Maka saya sekarang, karena Pak Andi yang sekarang di tengah hutan kampusnya itu satu artikel 3 juta. Kita 1 juta saja. Untuk siapa? Untuk kita semua. Demikian, semoga, and I do hope our program is successful, ya, with the God bless, with your prayer, etc. Dan mari kita berdoa, semoga rencana kita besar ini untuk membantu dosen-dosen yang ngambek, nggak mau ke lektor kepala. Yang sudah lektor kepala ngambek, minta turun pangkat ke lektor. Nah, ini harus dibantu. Maka salah satu bentuk bantuan kita adalah kita operasionalkan ini, dan nanti soal pendanaan kita akan cari dana-dana dari lain. Dan important one is, I do hope Probano, Probenergy, and the others from the foreign, I do become the committee of the journal. Okay. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much.
Sukriya.
Sugeng siang, Prof. Kok sugeng siang lagi? Have a seat, please. Thank you for your brilliant idea. Hopefully, your journal or Adri's journal will be very successful in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 menit lagi nggih. Apa ya? Oke, 5 menit lagi. I would like to invite our rector, Dr. Taufikulo, to talk about the corporations that going to be implemented in the future after the MoU signing. Please do.
Okay. Bapak Ibu sekalian, ya, directors and also the representative of the universities being here, I would like to inform that we just finished signing MoU, and also you listen to the talk of Professor Banerjee and also Dr. Fatoni. So I would like to plan our future programs implementing our MoU just signed. Insya Allah, ini kita diskusikan ada beberapa program ke depan yang bisa kita realisasikan, so we can do a program in the near time. Yeah, and then I initially talked with Dr. Jayanta, with Prof. Banerjee. Yeah, I was in Bangkok around September or October last year, that we plan to hold a conference in Kuala Lumpur. Jadi kita insya Allah akan membuat conference Kuala Lumpur about Asian integration in any kind of aspect. It is about multidisciplinary conference. It can be about education, economic, about anything, Bapak Ibu sekalian. So we will host conference in Kuala Lumpur, which is approximately done at the end of May or at the beginning of June, because in the time time, we will have Ramadan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, what Professor Taufikul is mentioning, like, Asian integration, if we can hold the next conference in Malaysia, I think that would add really value to the movement. It would become a movement. And it's already a movement, but then it would become a movement if we can, as he has suggested, focus on the development and participation of people with the science technology, professional education, culture studies, sociology, social studies, psychology, medicine, engineering, technology. So all put together, if we can have a 2 days conference over there, we have a major theme of the economic development and perspectives of social progress, which we call, Sanchita and others, they have been doing, research publications on inclusive growth. So, and that's what is an agenda of United Nations. So we can give the inclusive growth as the focus and education as a kind of added thing. So I support him, and I'm fully with, you all, if you are planning that way. Thank you.
Thank you. Jadi gitu Bapak Ibu sekalian, nanti kami undang Bapak Ibu yang hadir di sini untuk acara conference di Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, maybe at the end of May atau at the beginning of June. Nanti kita bareng-bareng ke sana ya Bapak Ibu sekalian. Ini terkait dengan conference. Nanti kita juga akan open call for paper. Jadi nanti tulisan-tulisan, artikel-artikel akan kita publish di jurnal-jurnal kerjasama dengan IAIM Kolkata. Kemudian nanti beberapa kampus kita ya. Jadi itu untuk yang conference, joint conference, we will host the conference at the end of May or at the beginning of June. We will send you the detailed information about the conference. Yeah, because I think IIM Kolkata will be mainly organize this one, and we will help all. And even though it is a joint conference, so I have your, we are waiting for your active participation. And we will also invite some other universities, our partner universities, not only from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from Philippines, from Thailand, also from Turkey, from Uzbekistan. Jadi tadi yang 3 orang, we just listen to the presentation of the 3 rectors of Uzbekistan. We will also invite them to join the conference. Since it is multidisciplinary conference, so we will open any kind of submissions for any kind of discipline, but the main issue is about Asian integration. I think I will technically discuss this with, the Dr. Jayanta and friend and the team, and also I will need the help of some others, from this room. Nanti kita akan detail bincang-bincang tentang itu. And then the second one, Bapak Ibu sekalian, and the second one, I sent a letter to IILM Kolkata about student mobility, because it is a must when we have something like international cooperation, we must have this program. Terkait the student mobility, Bapak Ibu sekalian, we can send our student to IIM Kolkata or RV University India, and also we can also invite them to visit us. Mungkin yang short term dulu, only sit in, not credit transfer. So we can send our student less than a month to 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. And we can also send our lecturer to EILMM or to RV University and vice versa. So we can also invite them to come. Maybe after Ramadan, because here around 1 week from now, we will have Ramadan. So everybody here in Indonesia will be focusing on religious matters as a Muslims. So I think we will be actively implementing the program of internationally after Ramadan. Maybe at the end of April or at the beginning of May, we will follow up what we signed today. Begitu ya Bapak Ibu sekalian. We will never let the MoU slip, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Yang kita sudah tanda tangani ini karena kami memfasilitasi dari UPS, we have a strong commitment to follow up what we sign. Otherwise, it is useless when we have no program at all. Jadi, we have a strong commitment that what we sign must be implemented with the real programs. Yeah, like what Dr. Fatoni told you about joint publication, joint research. Yeah, Dr. Banu also just presented joint research. Dr. Fatoni offer us the possibility to be journal editors or journal managers. And then AIM Calcutta, this is a very interesting issue about Asian integration. As we are in education, yeah. As we are in education, it is very important. Since in our accreditation, I mean, our ministry issued a new policy, a new criteria for the accreditation that we like or we dislike. We should have international program. So we should invite, say, foreign staff coming to our campus, send our student there. So we should do joint research, joint publication, and also joint community service. Last time, we had joint community service in TGBC, Thailand, in Bangkok. And for the next, maybe we will do it in Indonesia or maybe in Kolkata. Yeah, Kolkata is not far. Yeah, even though it is India, it's not far. Yeah, we just fly from Jakarta to Bangkok and then Bangkok to Kolkata. It takes only 2.5 hours. 2 hours is not far, very close. Ya, itu ya Bapak Ibu sekalian ya. So we make a deal. Nanti hari ini Bapak Ibu sekalian, nanti setelah Lebaran mungkin kita aktif, kita bikin conference. Kemudian nanti untuk we can also have something like a disciplinary conference. Yeah, as you know, I come here bringing, the dean of the 6 faculties, the faculty of law, the faculty of education, faculty of social study, and so on and so on. So maybe later we will let you contact each other. Maybe the dean of economic with the dean of economic from EIM Kolkata, focusing on the specific discipline. But the conference that we are hosting at the end of May or at the beginning of June will focus on multidisciplinary. So we open any kind of discipline to participate. Saya kira itu Bapak Ibu sekalian. I'm sorry I'm speaking both. Yeah.
Undangan tanggal puasa pertama. Jadi kita punya we have Ramadan studies. Jadi kita punya kajian Ramadan tiap hari. Mulai 3:30 sampai maghrib. Kalau tahun lalu itu tentang ekonomi syariah. Tapi kalau tahun ini tentang bagaimana keilmuan kita itu kita bahas sekaligus dijurnalkan, dipublikasikan dan sampai kepada submit. Jadi itu ada 26, 28. Itu hari pertama. Tadi itu adalah nomor 1 adalah civil engineering. Nomor 2, hari kedua adalah education. Kemudian hari ketiga tentang law. Nah, itu tolong dicatat alamatnya di 388 382 707. Nah, nanti silakan ikut. Nanti akan kita umumkan. Tapi sebelumnya besok hari Rabu kita rapatkan. Jadi selama lebaran, selama puasa, selama bulan puasa, kita akan ngaji tentang keilmuan kita dengan basis keilmuan dari kacamata fikih, dari kacamata hakikat, dari kacamata filsafat ilmunya, ya. Tapi terus juga dari kacamata manajemen artikel dan jurnalnya. Jadi nanti akan diasuh oleh para publisher dan para ulama yang terkait dengan keilmuan tadi. Itu aja tambahan. Thank you.
Baik, itu saja Bapak Ibu sekalian. Yang terakhir ini, oh ya, habis ini sharing session dari UPRIS, terus nanti yang terakhir Bapak Ibu sekalian, ada sedikit presentasi dari kami. Tapi ini memang kami kebetulan di UPS ini kan punya badan usaha Bapak Ibu sekalian. Kebetulan yang sering bantu kegiatan program-program internasional, seperti misalnya KKN luar negeri, rombongan, sekian. Jadi kemarin kami KKN ke Universitas Malaya, kami bawa kurang lebih hampir 40 orang. Nah ini barangkali, ya ini sedikit karena kegiatan ini juga di spot dari badan usaha milik yayasan. Nanti setelah ini mungkin ada presentasi setelah dari
Upgris.
Upgris ya. Yeah, it's okay.
2 minutes.
That's all. 2
2
minutes.
minutes. Dr. Nur Hidayat, the head of the International Affairs of Universitas PGRI Semarang, would like to share 2 minutes experience of visiting Kolkata. Please, ya. Pak Priyo. Okay, you may start. Now I will show you the picture.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to acknowledge my respect to Professor Banerjee, to Professor Fatoni, and to Dr. Banu, and of course, especially to Dr. Taufik. So first of all, I would like to say that it's a great privilege, actually, that Universitas PGRI Semarang is a part of ADRI, of course, and then we have benefit much from our participations at ADRI's activities. And one of what we have benefit from our membership as ADRI members is our MoU signing with EIIM, and our first visit to EILM. I mentioned in your TV interview 3 things that we have already experienced with our visit at EILM. The first is Indian hospitality. So we are fortunate to have such a good receptions by ILM. And the second is Indian sincerity. So when we are in India, when we are in Kolkata, we feel that we are in our second home. Yeah, we could feel the atmosphere. We could feel the warm welcome, and we could feel the atmosphere of being in one family. And the second thing, and this I would like to tell you frankly, is Indian generosity. So ILM has been very generous to us. Ya, Bapak Ibu, kalau boleh saya cerita, saya ngomongnya pakai bahasa Indonesia aja biar Pak Banerjee tidak tahu. Kami itu setelah selesai acara diajak kemana-mana itu tidak boleh mengeluarkan dompet. Jadi setelah acara selesai, kami diajak keluar itu semuanya yang memfasilitasi yang pokoknya tidak boleh keluar uang begitu. Karena apa? You are my guest. You are my guest. In Indian culture, they say guest is a king. So I mentioned that 3 things, important thing that we have already experienced from from EILM. And Bapak Ibu, what we have been trying to do with ILM is that we are trying to implement our MoU signing by joint research and joint publication. So we have a team of researchers collaborating with ILM, a team of researchers, as well as students' publications. So our students and our ELM students under the supervisions for their final project of thesis writing that are targeted to be published in international journal. So it is done by 2 sites, Ubris and ILM. That's what we have already experienced from our first visit to ILM. And this is what would like to underline what Dr. Taufik has already says, that the MoU signing is not supposed to be a kind of sleeping MoU signing. So I think this is also important for us to share it to you all, and we can learn much from ILM, and also LM could learn things from your university. Thank you very much again for the opportunity for me to share our experience collaborating with ILM and our first visit to India as well as ILM. Again, Prof. Banerjee, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Dr. Nur Hidayat. The last sessions, Bapak Ibu bersabar nih, 5 menit nggih, Pak Tri nggih, karena pada mau. Okay, so you may present 5 minutes. 5 menit Bapak Ibu, the last one, don't worry. 3 minutes malah katanya, 3 minutes, okay. So you need this?
Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sebetulnya lebih tepatnya hanya untuk peserta saja. Jadi untuk mensikapi dan melanjutkan yang namanya kegiatan MoU, kita terutama untuk yang sekitar bulan Mei, Juni, itu kan kita mau ngadakan konferen. Jadi di sini kami memang untuk Universitas Pancasakti Tegal itu sudah punya unit usaha untuk yang memfasilitasi kegiatan untuk ke luar negeri. Jadi harapan kami itu daripada peserta dari 11 universitas bisa bergabung dengan kita atau bekerja sama dengan kita. Jadi untuk memfasilitasi kegiatan-kegiatan tersebut, antara lain untuk kuliah kerja lapang atau apa, nanti ke depannya insya Allah kita akan datangin satu persatu. Setelah Ramadan mungkin nanti insya Allah tim kita akan datang ke universitas bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu semua. Saya kira hanya itu aja, Bu.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we have come to the end of the agenda, but we have a request from Dr. Sanchita that the students will, is it allowed for you I'm asking your permissions, ladies and gentlemen, to take a photo sessions with the students of Kolkata, India. Is that okay, Bapak Ibu? Boleh nggih? Oh, okay, thank you so much. Dr. Sanchita, where are your students? Yes. Okay. Bapak Ibu monggo foto je, soalnya buat background, of course dengan Prof. Banerjee and the others. Oke, monggo foto. Gak apa-apa buat background, please Bapak Ibu jika berkenan monggo. Terakhir nggih sebelum saya tutup. Inji nggak apa-apa nggih foto lagi nggih. Oke, thank you. Oke, monggo Prof. Enggak Prof, ayo Prof, sesama Prof. Ya, and also Prof. Banerjee. Capek enggak? Ya, silakan. Tapi mereka mau buat background sih. Please do. Ya, Bu, foto aja. Yes, tapi my phone Ibu mau ke Pak karena background. Pak Hilal monggo Pak. Pak mangke ke sirep, Pak Novi monggo mangke ke sirep. Oh, okay.
Coming this way, okay. I just take like this. One, two, three. Smile, please. Smile, please. Thumbs up, thumbs up. One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay.
Thank you. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your cooperation and attention. Let's say hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Kalau Bapak Ibu ada yang mau foto sessions dengan ini yang berbaju tradisional India, tadi Pak UGJ, Pak Dekan request, monggo Pak Dekan. Pak Dekan UGJ mana ya? Bapak Ibu, thank you so much for being here today. Hopefully sudah, alhamdulillah. Terima kasih nggih Bapak Ibu nggih. Kalau yang mau foto-foto silahkan request sendiri. Pak Dekan mana?
Oh iya.